Right now at 5, a man in Mississippi kills 6 people.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for watching News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. We will get to our top story in just a moment, but first, let's get a quick check of your forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl.
Well, we had plenty of sunshine today as advertised, but it was colder. Check out these high temperatures, mostly in the 20s to right around 30 degrees, although we managed 31 out at the La Crosse Airport, 30 in Winona, 25 in Eau Claire, 28 in Viroqua, and 27 in Prairie du Chien. Hardly a cloud in the sky all day long, and that trend continues this evening as we're about to see that sunset time at 5:37 now. Just a few clouds off to the north and west, and some of these will scoot across the area later tonight and into the day on Saturday, where I'm expecting kind of a mix of sun and clouds. 30 degrees in Sparta, La Crosse, and Winona, 26 in Eau Claire, 27 in Viroqua, 25 in Prairie du Chien. Not quite as cold tonight. A bit breezy this evening, though, so keep that in mind if you're going to be out and about this evening. Overnight lows around 23 degrees. Those winds will decrease after midnight. Mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. Milder, though. Highs around 43, and then more clouds and sun. In fact, mostly cloudy on Sunday, but still pretty mild with highs around 41 degrees. Next week is looking a little interesting. I'm tracking a winter storm. I'll detail that coming up.
All right. Thanks very much, Bill. All right, we'll get to some news this evening. The La Crosse police are asking for the community's help finding a teenager. 16-year-old Stephen Burrows was last seen on Wednesday. He was seen on La Crosse's lower north side in the area of Milwaukee Street and Buckner Place. According to police, he was seen wearing a brown or beige plaid jacket and green snow pants. If you see Stephen or know where he is, contact La Crosse PD. An investigation is underway after a man shot and killed 6 people in a rampage in northern Mississippi. Police in Arkabutla, Mississippi Reports say the shooter first went into a store and shot a man before going to nearby houses and shooting several other people. Police identified the suspect driving his car, and the suspect led a car chase before pulling into a home driveway where police made the arrest. Officers found several more people dead at that house. The town's population is less than 300 people. Just 3 weeks after the nation saw the disturbing footage of Tyre Nichols' violent arrest, the 5 former Memphis police officers involved pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder and other charges. Nichols' mother and stepfather were in the courtroom with their attorney, Ben Crump. Bradley Blackburn reports from New York.
I'm waiting for somebody to wake me up.
The family of Tyre Nichols addressed the media moments after the 5 former Memphis police officers accused of killing him made their first court appearance.
We have to start this process of justice right now. And I want each and every one of those police officers to be able to look me in the face.
The officers looked straight ahead as they pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder and other charges.
At this time, we waive the formal reading of the indictment off to the court, a plea of not guilty.
The 29-year-old died in a hospital just 3 days after being pulled over and brutally beaten by the black officers in an incident caught on camera.
When you look at the video, there was no dignity there.
Nichols is the latest police-involved death to spark nationwide outrage and protests. The Nichols family and their attorneys have also raised questions about police culture and training.
Who Tyre was what you saw in that video. While everybody else was escalating it, using excessive force, Tyre was de-escalating, trying to do everything in his power to remain calm.
An attorney for one of the officers charged previewed his defense.
This is a country where black people are incarcerated at 5 times the rate of white people. A country where black people are 7.5 times more likely to be wrongfully convicted of murder than white people.
The 5 officers involved in Nichols' death are all out on bond and are due back in court in May. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
2 other Memphis police officers have also been relieved of duty as a result of the attack, as well as 3 fire department EMTs who responded to the scene. The U.S. military has concluded their recovery of the suspected Chinese spy balloon off the coast of South Carolina. CBS News learned it was first detected in late January after launching off the south coast of China. U.S. intelligence officials believe its intended course was just over Guam and Hawaii, but winds blew it toward Alaska, across Canada, and over the continental U.S. President Biden says he's not sorry he ordered the objects to be shot down, but he says he does not believe the objects were used for spying.
The intelligence community's current assessment is that these three objects were most likely balloons tied to private companies, recreation, or research institutions studying weather or conducting other scientific research.
The Financial Times reports the Pentagon's top China official just arrived in Taiwan for a visit. Taiwanese officials say they too have found a Chinese balloon on one of their outlying islands. Wisconsin's 3rd District Congressman says he witnessed the immigration crisis firsthand this week. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy invited Van Orden and several other freshman representatives to the southern border in Arizona to speak with Border Patrol agents. Derek Van Orden says because of President Biden's, quote, open border policies, every state, including Wisconsin, is a border state at this point. He says fixing the border is an American issue, and the nation has to control the flow of illegal immigration.
I sat with the Speaker of the House yesterday and watched with my own eyes illegal immigrants entering the country and infiltrating the United States of America. Essentially, the entire state of Wisconsin worth of people have either been encountered or gotten into the country illegally. That's unacceptable and it's unsustainable.
Van Orden says stopping the flow of fentanyl into the U.S. is of huge importance as well. We will have more on fentanyl drug trafficking and Derek Van Orden's comments tonight at 6. Back in Wisconsin, State Senator Brad Pfaff says he is confident the state legislature and Governor Evers will see the most common ground on increasing shared revenue in the next budget. The state program that sends revenue back to municipalities to fund local government has had its funding cut for years, leaving local governments struggling to fund critical services like police and EMS. Governor Evers' budget proposes sending 20% of the state sales tax revenue back to local municipalities on top of what the program has previously funded. Pfaff says local townships should feel encouraged that they'll see those new funds.
They have needs and they have services, and we need to make sure that that gets done. I do believe that will get done.
Pfaff says he's also confident the next budget will get rid of the personal property tax that small businesses currently pay. Filing your taxes can be intimidating, but a Western Technical College event is helping ease the tension. Students in La Crosse got assistance with their taxes this morning. Western Tech employees will continue to host these events multiple times before tax season ends. They say it's important to be knowledgeable about taxes to get the most valuable return that you can.
This is a critical service to provide to the community, primarily because there's a lot of credits that are available to individuals with lower income levels that have access to a lot of credits that, had they not filed their tax return, might be leaving some dollars on the table.
The tax assistance events in La Crosse are only open to Western Technical College students. If you aren't a student, the community is welcome to attend the event in Tomah on March 14th. We've got more details on that on news8000.com. Gunderson Health System is investing $25,000 in the futures of local adults and youth. Representatives presented a check to the Teen and Adult Challenge. At a national level, the organization helps people recover from drug and alcohol addiction. La Crosse's program fully relies on donations. And a representative from Gunderson says the grant will support a communal effort to help the Coulee region and beyond.
This is a facility and a group of people that make a huge difference in the health of the community. They are making a difference in the futures of so many people.
The Adult and Teen Challenge has over 200 centers in the United States. The La Crosse location helps women exclusively. A current employee used to be a part of the program. She was an addict for 15 years, and she says joining the Adult and Teen Challenge made her into the person she is today.
Now I'm whole and I'm content and I'm happy. Happy is never a word that I've ever used to describe myself in my entire life.
Yates says the donation will help pay for much of Adult and Teen Challenge's services, including their building's lease, books, and programs. And if you or someone you know may benefit from services Adult and Teen Challenge offers, you can call their admissions coordinator at the number right there on your screen. Still ahead, COVID-19 is evolving. New research is showing natural immunity to the virus can go a long way.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses. See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
You wouldn't pour OJ this way, and you don't have to pour paint this way either. Try Dutch Boy Platinum Plus paint in the twist and pour container with a built-in spout. Easy to hold, open, and pour. Only at Menards. Dutch Boy paints make transforming your world easy.
This is Ford Truck Month, America. Time to get up and get into Ford F-150, part of F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 years straight. All amped up and ready for work or play. Plus, there's a great selection in stock and ready for delivery today. So get into Ford Truck Month and see what a built Ford Tough truck can do for you. Now, get 2.9% financing for 60 months plus $3,500 in total savings on Ford F-150 XLT. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Toma Health is looking for passionate and committed professionals to join our team.
My name is Shayla Filano. I am the Staff and Community Outreach Education Specialist. I like that you can grow as an employee. I absolutely recommend Toma Health for friends and family.
My name is Stevie Velasquez, and I work in nutrition service. I think we all work very well. We all treat each other with a lot of respect. Everyone very welcome here.
Toma Health. Together, we're inspiring health, wellness, and balance.
President's Day is a time to honor all presidents, past and present. And at King Furniture, we're giving you the opportunity to save some presidents with huge discounts throughout the entire store, up to 60% off.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
And right now, you can get 0% financing.
So save some presidents at King.
For the record, Franklin was not a president, but you can save him too. It's the President's Day sale going on right now at King Furniture.
Nice people.
Nice furniture.
Nice style.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
Nearly 3 years into the COVID-19 pandemic, the virus is still evolving. New research shows just how much immunity we're getting after being infected. CBS's Tina Kraus reports from London.
Those two little lines can cause plenty of anxiety, but researchers say COVID infections are giving a good deal of protection, too.
Infection gives you a lot of immunity. I think that's the high-level message, particularly for severe disease and death.
A new U.S. study finds natural immunity is strong and long-lasting for people infected with COVID-19 at least once before, giving them up to 10 months of protection from reinfection or serious illness, and lowering their risk of hospitalization and death by nearly 90%.
This is the most comprehensive analysis yet on COVID immunity. Researchers from the University of Washington looked at 65 studies from 19 countries up until September of last year.
Researchers found people with natural immunity from a pre-Omicron variant saw their protection against reinfection wear off more quickly.
That protection, particularly for infection, dropped a lot for Omicron. So we're down around about 50% protection for infection.
While findings showed a COVID infection gives similar immunity to a double dose of vaccine, researchers say getting a jab is still the safest way to protect yourself.
So you can get immunity through infection, but it runs the risk that you're going to be one of those cases that can affect all age groups, actually, where you have a bad outcome, you end up being hospitalized, or you could even die.
Researchers add COVID isn't going away and say as the virus evolves, vigilance against another variant is crucial. Tina Kraus, CBS News.
The CDC says the U.S. is still seeing an average of more than 40,000 new COVID-19 cases every single day. Bruce Willis made headlines this week after revealing he's been diagnosed with dementia. In particular, it's a diagnosis of frontotemporal degeneration, or FTD. This is an umbrella term for many different neurological disorders associated with changes in personality, movement, behavior, or language. According to Willis's family, his FTD is making it hard for him to communicate.
Some people have difficulties expressing language. They comprehend reasonably well, but getting the lips and the tongue to manipulate so that words come out with fluency is more of the challenge.
The Association for FTD says it can take more than 3 years to narrow down a diagnosis. Health experts say brain imaging tests are very important. Genetic testing can also be done to see if patients have a mutated gene. There are no treatments to slow, stop, or cure FTD right now, but clinical trials for medications are underway. Still ahead tonight at 5, sunshine here to stay this weekend, but next week, Bill, might look a little different.
Yeah, definitely an interesting week shaping up next week. But boy, after 12 days with high temperatures above average, the last 2 days, including today, we saw below average temperatures. But what does the next 8 days have in store? I'll have the answer coming up next.
Ashley's President's Day sale is here. Shop President's Day doorbusters. Reduced prices store-wide. Saturday through Monday, the first 25 guests will receive $100 Ashley cash and a chance to win $500 Ashley cash. Only at Ashley, Arcadia, Eau Claire, and Onalaska, and the Ashley Outlet in Arcadia.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Spring Workwear event is going on now, featuring rugged, name-brand workwear and footwear at unbeatable prices. Right now, earn $25 in Carhartt bucks when you spend $125 on Carhartt gear. All work and sport boots are 40% off. Men's Rustler jeans are $17.99. Rewards members save an extra $1. And men's work and sport pocket tees, buy one, get one free. Plus, get Blaine's best price promise. The guaranteed lowest price or we'll match it.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. I've practiced personal injury law for 4 years.
For 20 years.
For 32 years.
But I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
And I don't handle divorces.
The law profession is broad and complex. I focus my career on one thing:
helping injured people.
All I do every day
is help injured people get the compensation that they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
You'll find the Ram you're looking for at Pischke Motors in West Salem or Pischke Motors in La Crosse.
During the President's Day sales event, you'll save over $8,500 off MSRP with discount and rebates or 1.9% financing for 60 months on 2022 Ram Bighorn Crew Cabs. The Bighorn makes easy work of your towing, hauling, and performance needs. Stop by today because this offer ends February 28th.
Start your search at Pischke.com and then drive away in your new Ram.
Madison liberals are trying to take over the Wisconsin Supreme Court. That's why we need to elect conservative Justice Dan Kelly. Dan Kelly has a proven record of protecting our freedoms and cast the deciding vote to end the COVID lockdowns of our schools and businesses. Sheriffs across Wisconsin have endorsed Dan Kelly because he has a record of enforcing the law. On February 21st, vote conservative Justice Dan Kelly for Wisconsin Supreme Court. Fair Courts America paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising.
At Ashley's President's Day mattress sale, save $1,000 on select mattresses. Plus, save hundreds on select adjustable mattress sets. Plus, get 0% interest for 60 months. Visit your local Ashley store in Arcadia, Eau Claire, and Onalaska, and the Ashley Outlet in Arcadia.
Welcome back and a happy Friday to you. Boy, lots and lots of blue sky and sunshine today, but temperatures, we're on the chilly side, 31 degrees, so just a couple degrees short of average. Our averages are 33 and 15. We woke up to a morning low of 10, so a rather cold start as well. Look at the record high, 64 degrees, set back in 1981, and of course no rain or snow for today. Currently, sunshine. It's about to set, but still some sunshine out there, 30 degrees at the airport, 31 here at the station, and the Mississippi River is up with the recent rainfall, 5.72 feet. 26 degrees for you folks in Eau Claire with a clear sky. Feels like 14 with a south to southwest wind at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. So temperatures in the tri-state area primarily in the 20s and 30s. We're right at 30 in La Crosse and Winona, 29 in Black River Falls and Sparta, 27 in Viroqua, and 25 in Prairie du Chien and Decorah. Kind of breezy this evening. Winds out of the southwest generally. Some spots 10 to 20 miles per hour, so that's causing wind chills right at 20 in La Crosse and Sparta, 14 for you folks in Eau Claire, 16 in Viroqua, 17 in Decorah, and it feels like 15 degrees in Prairie du Chien. So skies are mainly clear, as you saw through CityCam. A few clouds will kind of scatter across the area overnight tonight as a clipper system passes by well to our north. Otherwise, high pressure in control of much of the lower 48. Now, we'll see some clouds at times this weekend, but dry and milder in terms of temperatures, which you'll see on the 8-day forecast coming up. Winds, again, kind of breezy this evening from the southwest. A few clouds towards morning, and then kind of a mix of clouds and sun for our Saturday, but dry. And heading into Sunday, probably a mostly cloudy sky, but again, we will stay dry with winds shifting to the north and west. Zone forecast showing high temperatures tomorrow, milder than what we saw today for sure. Lower to middle 40s across the county, right around 43 or 44 degrees here in La Crosse, and many spots will be between about 40 and say 44, maybe even 45 degrees. A little cooler far north. We're looking at highs in the upper 30s in places like Ladysmith, Bloomer, Chippewa Falls, and then right around 40 degrees for you folks in Eau Claire. So for tonight, not as cold as last night with a clear to partly cloudy sky. Again, kind of breezy this evening, so keep that in mind if you're heading out for dinner or out on the town this evening. 23 for the low. Tomorrow, mix of sun and clouds, milder. Highs around 43 degrees with lighter winds out of the south to southeast at 5 to 10. Looking ahead, Sunday, mostly cloudy but mild, 41, and then 30s on Monday. Slight chance of light snow showers or flurries on Monday, and a chance of snow on Tuesday, especially late in the day or Tuesday night. But the main focus for this 8-day period is next Wednesday and Thursday. That's when we could see a potential winter storm. Now, I caution you that we're 5-6 days out from that, and the last 2 weeks have been a perfect example of how those storm tracks can adjust or change somewhat. So just keep an eye on it. We will, of course, for you. And that chance of snow again, especially on Wednesday and Thursday, rather breezy conditions with highs in the 20s. Right now, we definitely would be looking at accumulating snow. But again, that's 5-6 days out there.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bill.
Okay.
Still to come tonight at 5, making the most of National Random Acts of Kindness Day. Psychologists from Gunderson Health System are going to share some tips.
20th Annual Early Bird Home Show. Lowest prices of the year on 2023 projects. Only at the Board Store Home Improvements, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse. Get started today.
I'm voting for Judge Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
She believes in our freedom to make our own decisions when it comes to abortion.
Extremists want to ban abortion,
even in cases of rape and the health of the mother.
Judge Janet Protasewicz is the change Wisconsin needs.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
At Cooley Auto, we care about making buying and servicing your cars an effortless process. From our fair pricing to our friendly staff, we are accountable to the Cooley region and are now focused on offering you the best service possible with Cooley Auto Service Center. Cooley Auto Service Center is engaged in providing you with honest, affordable, and reliable service. Service you need, care you deserve. Find out more at CooleyAuto.com.
PB&J?
PB before we go.
P before we go.
P before we go.
See you tomorrow?
Yeah.
A former prosecutor, now circuit court judge, Janet Protasewicz. On the Supreme Court, she'll be a common-sense judge. She believes in abortion rights, fairness for all, and protecting public safety. Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
We'll carry you to the end of Ant-Man. We go deep with the Quantum Mania crew.
Entertainment Tonight. It's the place to get real.
It's next, ET. Winter's here. We love this season, but we also know it's no joke. And when it comes to staying safe and ahead of the storm, turn to the team that warns you first. It's right there in the name. Count on First Warn Weather.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Today is National Random Acts of Kindness Day, and experts say being kind can have a positive impact on your health. From helping out a neighbor to picking up garbage, no act of kindness is too small. Gunderson health experts say that doing acts of kindness can increase a person's life expectancy and people tend to be happier. They also say don't overdo it, especially if money is an issue.
So we want to make sure that what we are doing is reasonable for, not putting ourselves in a negative position just to benefit someone else.
If you want to celebrate with an act of kindness, you can do anything ranging from doing a good deed for a neighbor, donating clothes, buying coffee for someone, or just being a good listener. All good stuff. It really is the most wonderful time of the year. Downtown Main Street is helping the Coulee region celebrate Winter Days. The festivities start Monday, February 20th. There are events for everyone from a gnome scavenger hunt to an axe throwing tournament. Throughout the week, you can take part in the Downtown Winter Photo Contest and other all-day events. Deals and discounts will be offered at downtown businesses. The last day to take advantage of all Winter Days has to offer is Saturday, February 25th. A good week in store. We will have a look at what's coming up at 6 when we come back, and Bill will have another check of your weekend forecast.
Pilgrims was great. When I was diagnosed with breast cancer, they united around me from HR down to the people on the floor. They helped me get through the rough times. Pilgrims is not just a job, it's a career path.
Time is running out on the area's best furniture sale. It's the final weekend of the President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. You'll find incredible savings on furniture from Flex Steel, Stressless, Lazy Boy, and Daniel's Amish. More choices, better values. Only at Drury's will you find store-wide sale prices, 24-month financing, and even free gas. But you'll have to hurry. It's the final weekend of this store-wide sale. It all ends Monday at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Voted your favorite furniture store.
I've never been afraid to express myself, to create a life I love. I worried cancer could steal my spark and become my identity. But UW Health designed custom treatments just for me. And now, my legacy, it's still in the making. Because standard, well, that's never been my style. UW Health, remarkable.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences, find new roads. Get 2.99% financing for 5 years on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $12.50 cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $32.50 total cash allowance.
Jolivet Family Farms, known for farm fresh fruit and vegetables, but featuring so much more. Come see all that we have. Homemade bakery, large selection of locally produced honey, gourmet popcorn, craft beer, wine and cheese, meat and seafood, arts and crafts, and so much more. There is no substitute for homegrown freshness. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Working Pilgrims has been working super nice, very convenient for me and my family. Especially in this job, I have a CDL driver license. Pilgrims is more than a job, it's a career path.
On this Friday night, more than 10 years after Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed, why are some veterans who were forced out of the military still struggling to claim their honor and benefits? CBS News investigates. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And coming up on News 8 Now at 6, embracing a 30-year-old film. Citizens of Wabasha, Minnesota hold the movie Grumpy Old Men in a special place in their hearts. The movie takes place in the city and after multiple decades still represents the community very well. We'll have more from Wabasha coming up tonight at 6.
Such a great movie.
Oh, yes.
Hey, great shot through CityCam at a cloudless sky. We're just about to say goodnight to that sun. Clear to partly cloudy overnight, not as cold as last night. Lows in the cross right around 23. A little breezy this evening, so keep that in mind. Milder this weekend. Mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. Mostly cloudy on Sunday. Highs in the lower 40s, and watching a pretty good chance of snow by Wednesday of next week.
All right, well, we'll enjoy those 40s this weekend. Yeah. We'll see you at 6, everybody.